Hey there, Dream Queen. I'm Erin Lewis, founder of the Dream Queen Association, a place where positive, passionate, purpose-filled women come together to celebrate one another and live their dreams. Today is the third of a three-part video series. The first video that we did talked about the 4 dreams and the 7 challenges that many women face, and we wrapped that up with the understanding that most women that end up being a part of our community or getting connected with us have a desire to make a big difference, whether it's in their families, in their communities, or in the greater world at large. They want to know their lives mattered. They want to know that they made a difference. And the biggest solution around those 7 challenges that we discussed was sisterhood and coming together collaboratively to support one another. You know, it's a lot easier, it's a lot more fun, and it certainly makes the journey more exciting when you come together in the support of your girlfriends to make your dreams a reality. The second video that we talked about was based on our 4 pillars of success that we teach in the Gals Lead Teen Nonprofit Program. And those 4 pillars of success are: number 1, know yourself; number 2, overcome obstacles; number 3, dream big; and number 4, take action. If you want more information on both of those, go to video 1 or video 2 at empowersomd.com, where you can get the details and more value and education around some techniques and tools that you can take back and utilize and use in your life. Today's video, we're going to spend talking about some of the accomplishments and some of the stories of success that have come out of 1, our Gals Lead program, and 2, the networking event that I host on a monthly basis. And to start the teen program, I want to share with you one of the girls from our very first program that we did. This program's been around since 2013 now, and she was one of our first graduates. She was going into school and wanted to study dance. You know, she had been a dancer in high school all along. She wanted to pursue that, but you know, who plans to go to college, graduate with a dancing degree, and make money from it? She had already run into obstacles in accomplishing her life's biggest passion, and as a result of the teen program, she was able to re-find that place inside of herself where she could fully know and understand that of course obstacles were going to come up and of course challenges would present themselves, but staying true to her purpose and her plan and her passion is what was most important. Today, Zoe is getting ready to graduate from Goucher College. She is getting ready to go to New York City and do a huge performance up there using dance. Her mission in the world is to help women and men, actually. I think she doesn't have a preference, but she's very aligned with women. She's grown up with girlfriends and sisters her whole life, and her mother, of course, is extraordinary. But she wants to teach therapy, dance therapy, and how through movement you can fully embrace your best life. And you know, any yoga teacher and every dance instructor out there is going, yes, yes, keep following that passion, Zoe, because that's what we do. We're doing it, sister. So that's Zoe. The second young girl in our teen program that I want to share with you is Zoe's younger sister, Gillian, who came in not wanting to be a part of it at all. You know, she knew me, her mother had encouraged her, she knew her sister had gone through it, but I don't think she ever wanted to step foot in that classroom. Probably much like many of you, you're like, I don't know if I really want what is being served up to me. You know, this whole live your purpose, this whole journey of passion. I mean, like, I have a job, I have obligations, I have responsibilities, I have people who are depending on me. I can't just go and do that right now, right? Well, here's what happened with Gillian. She showed up, she sort of opened her heart after a while, she stepped into the room fully, and she realized that she had a passion for food and for art. And we said, well, my goodness, Gillian, you know, by the end of the first day, we said, my goodness, Gillian, like, you could totally do culinary arts, be a chef, own a restaurant, like the sky's the limit, right? But food and art totally go together, don't they? But she had never thought of it before, and she hadn't realized, oh, going to culinary school could be the perfect answer for this. She, I think, was waitressing maybe at the time or working in a restaurant, but today she is actually cooking in a restaurant as she supports supports herself going through culinary arts school. And she also had a desire after leaving that workshop to go on a trip to Europe. And, she didn't have the money in her family to go and do that. Mom couldn't just whip out a checkbook and say, here, I'll write you a check for $2,500 to go travel Europe for half of a month or 3/4 of a month. And so as a result of the teen program, she had found the confidence, and she knew through support and sisterhood, taking action, overcoming obstacles, and just going for her big dream, that she too could go to Europe. And she raised, I'm proud to say, 100% of the money that she needed in order to go to that, create that experience for herself. And she came back. As anybody knows who's traveled overseas, you realize, number one, I'm grateful to be an American. Number two, the world is very different outside of our country than it is here. And number three, I need to take action because we are very, very blessed here. And there is a lot of work to be done, and there is a lot of impact to be had across the nations. And Gillian was a great success story. And then the third gal that I want to share with you was in the same class as Gillian. Her name is Rachel, and she had a desire. She had always loved numbers and wanted to do accounting. Her dream was to get a job with a contractor or on base. It's a big employer in our area. And I'm proud to tell you that as she graduated school, she got her first internship opportunity with a big contractor. They were made extension after extension to keep her on board because they loved what she was doing. She just told me a couple of days ago, Erin, I've received a full offer to stay on board with them in accounting, doing the work that I love. And on top of that, they've agreed to pay for 100% of the rest of my tuition for school so that I can finish my bachelor's degree in accounting. I mean, how awesome is that? How awesome. Two of the women that I want to share with you from our women's networking group, one is named Tammy, and she came into our group several years ago. And I remember her standing up and saying, I'm a real estate mogul. Of course, I knew no different. I had never met the woman. Of course, I thought she was a real estate mogul. Little did I know that she had not even really, she had just begun to start investing in properties, and since then she has become a fully licensed and certified real estate agent. She's closed multiple deals in relatively short periods of time. She is the real estate mogul that she always dreamed of being. But it started with one very important tip, tool, technique, whatever you want to call it, for accomplishing your dreams. And that is to tell someone else about it, right? If you have a goal, if you have a dream, if you have something big that you really want to accomplish, it takes being supported, as we've said in this 3-video series, to make it happen. And she just kept showing up and coming back and coming back and coming back to the monthly networking events that we have. She went down turns and twists, and ultimately she's at this endeavor in her life. But, to see her today, she's having as much fun as I've ever seen her have. She's as proud of herself as I've ever seen her be. And she is, she's just a standout, incredible, incredible woman. The second woman that I want to share with you from the Women's Networking Group is one of our speakers at the Stand Out Embrace Your Glory conference. Our kickoff speaker, Monique Melton, is going to share strategies on living your best life and shining bright. But she's done a lot of incredible things in her career. She was a leading makeup artist, award-winning makeup artist, and most recently she went through having 2 children, and she will share her story of what that meant and some of the challenges that she faced in becoming a new mom and what that has done for her personally. She launched one of the most successful bridal expos in our area, and most recently has become a brand strategist. She and I have worked very closely on her business and getting it to a point where she is like rocking and rolling. I just can't even believe it. One of her biggest celebrations that she would tell you is that out of the financial goals that she set for this year, she can't believe she's literally almost nearly reaching it, maybe 3/4 of the way through reaching that goal as of March of this year. It is 4 months into the year, and the woman is already met 3/4 of her financial goal that she set. I mean, the sky is the limit. She's in the process of, she's written her first book. It's in the publisher's hand. She's writing her second book. She has dozens and dozens of clients that she works with. She's been invited as a guest speaker to speak in Arizona and in different areas of the country. I just couldn't be prouder of this woman, who I can also call a dear friend of mine. But it's because she showed up. She got aligned with, number one, her passion passion, number 2, her purpose, and number 3, her genius skill set. And isn't that what we all want? You know, imagine a world for a minute where you get to experience all that God intended for you, all that you asked and wanted when you showed up here on planet Earth, everything that you want to see manifested, created, and absorbed in your life. I mean, absorbed, I use that word because I just feel like when you're really living your passion and your purpose, you get absorbed in all the greatness, all the goodness, and all the impact that can happen. And I wish that for each of you. I wish that every woman gets aligned in a way that makes her magical, because could you imagine the world and what it would look like when we're all doing that? It's incredible. I mean, when you really think about what the potential is. We're still looking for our first female president. You know, we're still looking for more women in leadership in CEO type positions in large organizations. We're still looking for more women business owners. We're still looking for more women who just honor the calling of doing more at home mothering. And it's awesome. You know, we support all of that. I encourage you to register for the upcoming Stand Out Embrace Your Glory conference. We received a huge donation from a woman who decides that she wants to be anonymous, but it's allowed us to reduce the cost of tickets from down to $50 for individual tickets. They were $150. $300 for groups, they were $500, and $25 for teens, they were $50. So make sure you take advantage of this huge opportunity. I'd love to see your success story next year when we do this conference. I'd love to do a catwalk. Okay, so my big dream is that we have this big catwalk of women who are sharing their stories of their dreams and desires coming true, because it can happen. It can happen for you when you get connected and when you get supported in the right way. Reach out to us via Facebook, the Dream Queen Association. Send me an email, erin@yourdreamqueen.com, or register now. I'll see you all later. Loves and hugs to you all. Bye-bye.